Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the co-hosts here, and today I want to keep it really short, but there is some things that I do need to update you on. The DXY, do need to take a look at that because something something bearish has slightly happened and sort of solidified that resistance that I was talking about in the previous live stream. So we'll get straight into it, and I want to start off with that DXY chart. So looking at this DXY chart here, what we can see is that we did break towards the upside of that resistance level as we know it. But what has actually happened, which is quite interesting, is that we have actually on the 1st of September, we actually came back down and tested this resistance level as support, and we closed on that previous resistance level, now support level, perfectly. And what we are seeing now, as of the 2nd of September, we saw a bounce off of that level. Now, this is a confirmed retest, so it also confirms how strong this resistance level is as well. You can see, I know that this trend line is just in the way a little bit, but we can see that we've used this as resistance multiple times. Now we've broken above it. What we are doing is we are using it as support. Now we know this is bearish for the crypto market, and I will show you why as well. But we have broken this resistance level. This is bearish for the traditional and the crypto market, and I will show you why very quickly. So from the 14th of July, which is this trend line right here, this vertical trend line, what we can see is the DXY, the price of the DXY has only been going down from around 109 to that $104 level. If we look at the same time frame on the Bitcoin chart, what we can see is that from the 14th of July to the 11th of August, so it's exactly the same time frame as we saw on the DXY. So the DXY was going down. What we saw for Bitcoin is that the price was only going up. So we can see that when the DXY goes down, we see Bitcoin go up. But what have we been seeing since the 11th of August? Well, since the 11th of August, we bottomed out. We found a local bottom on that DXY at around 104. And now we have seen the DXY increase in price back up to around that $109 level. What has happened to Bitcoin? Well, what happened to Bitcoin is that we saw the price of Bitcoin come down. So we can very, very clearly see that the DXY is very, very dependent. Bitcoin is very, very dependent on what the DXY does. So DXY goes up, we see Bitcoin come down. DXY goes down, we see Bitcoin go up. So now we've broken this resistance, and it looks like we're holding it as support. If we do continue to see the DXY increase, we are going to see more pain for Bitcoin. We are going to see the price of Bitcoin drop even further. And talking about the price of Bitcoin, looking at this chart here, I do anticipate that the price is going to come down to $19,000. That is my next target. I'm still holding on to that target after breaking this resistance level here. I did say I think $19,000 is that next level at this blue support level, and I'm still holding on to that because I do still think that we are going to come down to that level. Now, when we get to $19,000, that is that very, very important decision stage for Bitcoin. Is it going to break 19,000? Or are we going to bounce? If we bounce, that is great. But if we break 19,000, I think we will see a lot more pain. Of course, if the DXY increases as well. But what we are seeing here is that at this $19,000 level, approximately here, that we are currently sat at, if we do break that support level, there's no support between 12,000 and 19,000. I've told you this before. There's absolutely no support. And what we tend to see is when we break a support or a resistance level, and there's no support between these two levels, then we see the price just absolutely smash through those levels. So we can see it right here. So back here, we established that all-time high back in 2017 at around 20,000. And we didn't actually come and test this level that we sort of broke here. We came and tested it, but we didn't actually break above it at all. We kept on getting rejections from it. So you can see rejections right here. But when we did break above it, we just smashed through that level, this area here between that $12,000 and $19,000. We just went straight up to 19,000 because there was no resistance coming in at all. We've seen this previously as well. So right here, because we smashed through 19,000 straight up to around 32, 33,000, there was no support between that 19,000 level and that 32,000 level approximately. So what we saw is when we broke that $32,000 level, we just came straight down to around 19,000. So you can see that when we break these resistance levels and there's no resistance or support in between these ranges, then we do see the price absolutely smash through those resistance levels and sort of not even back here with the price of Bitcoin didn't even sort of look at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,000. It just wanted to go straight up to 19,000 and then it went into even more price discovery from there. So I do think that if we do break 19,000, I think we could see a pretty big move down to 12,000 because, as I said, absolutely no support coming in on this weekly chart between that 12,000 and that $19,000 level. So the $19,000 level is that very, very critical level. If we do break it, I do think 12,000 is very, very realistic. But if we can bounce off the $19,000 level, then we can start talking about the $25,000 level again. So as you can see, if we get a nice bounce here, the next resistance that's coming in is at 25,000, approximately $24,500 between that sort of area. Sorry, so I do think we would come up to 25,000 if we had a bounce. That would be the next resistance level. So this is very, very, very simple TA on the weekly chart, but it gives us a really, really good understanding of where we can expect the price to come for Bitcoin. And right now, I am swaying more to the bearish scenario playing out. So coming down to 12,000, I am sort of swinging that way at the moment because looking at this is the S&P. This is a futures, but this is also this is just the normal S&P here as well. But we are testing a daily level. I've showed you this before as well. This is looking very, very similar to the 2008 crash, as you can see right here. So we have this blue support that's on my screen here. That is this grey resistance, this grey support and resistance level here. Then we have the 200 MA on my chart, which is this yellow line, and we have the 200 MA on this chart, which is the orange. So you can see 2021, 2022, 2007, 2008, they are looking very, very similar. And this is a little bit behind. This isn't updated, this chart, but on my chart, we can see it's been updated. So what happened in 2008 is we got rejected from the 200 MA, came down to the support and broke the support. That's exactly what happened here and is happening in 2022. We came up to the 200 MA, we got a rejection, came down to the support, broke that support, and then back in 2008, we saw that massive, massive crash. So this is what we are potentially seeing, and we could potentially see for the S&P, which obviously we do see Bitcoin and crypto follow the traditional market. So we could see that crash in the crypto market as well, which could take Bitcoin down to $12,000. But what is holding up the S&P 500 right now is this daily support level right here. As you can see, we've had slight resistance from it, support once we were above it, and support back here as well. So it is a very important daily level that we need to be paying attention to at the moment. But yeah, if we do break this daily support level, I think we could see a lot more pain in the traditional market as well. So just be aware of that. Draw this onto your charts and just be very aware. If we do break this, I do think we could see more pain. What about your $15,600 bottom? Yes, the CVDD. I do still think that it's a very accurate chart, and I will be looking at it. But looking at just very, very simple TA, it gives us another situation, another perspective on it. So yeah, we can use that CVDD, and I will be looking at it at $15,600. If we do come down to that level, I'm expecting to find at least support. But again, it is a moving average, and it can be broken. It can be broken towards the downside. And if we do break it, then yeah, 12,000 is that next level. So if we break 19,000, the next level I'll be looking at coming down to is that CVDD, which is $15,600, as you said. But if we break that, then yeah, $12,000 is most likely on the target. So yeah, but before we get to 12,000, obviously we've got to get to 15,600 first. But we'll see when we get to that, well, if we get to that stage, we will see if we can find nice support on that CVDD. Yeah, but as I said, it is a moving average, so it can be broken towards the downside as well, and that would be incredibly bearish, and we would see that 12,000. I do anticipate that. Anything else here, Mr. Crypto Guys? Nice to see the support here. Want to see where we go from here. Yes, exactly. Very, very strong support. This is probably the most bang average basic TA that you can do, but it gives you a really, really good understanding of what's going on in the bigger picture. You know, taking a step back, looking at the bigger picture, and just seeing what's happened previously and how we can judge where the price is going to go from looking at that data. And as we can see, smashing through these levels, even back here when we came up to around 20,000, just under 20,000, we went straight up to it, but then we came straight back down. There was no silly business in the middle. And that's why back here on back in 2020, we did just smash through that because there was no resistance coming in. So we just went straight back up to that $20,000. And then obviously all the fundamental stuff as well. Brought us into that price discovery where we saw that massive increase all the way up to 65,000. But you know, we broke 31,000 approximately, came back, used it as support, went up to 65,000, came back down to that support level where we established support right here at 32,000, 31,000 approximately. Then we came straight back up to this resistance level here, and then we came straight back down. No silly business. We broke that, and then we came back down to 19,000. If we break 19,000, what I see happening is 12,000 most likely, because just looking at this, it shows us between these two ranges, we just see the price literally go up to the resistance, come straight back down to the support. If it breaks the support, then it goes straight down to the next support level. And vice versa. If it breaks a resistance, it just goes straight up to the next resistance level. So very, very simple. But yeah, it's given us a really, really good understanding. We can take a quick look at Ethereum as well. Nothing too exciting. I didn't actually look at Bitcoin on the shorter time frame, actually. We are holding support at the top of this falling wedge pattern here. You can see we broke towards the upside. But yeah, it is holding support and getting slight bounce here, as you can see. But yeah, I'm not too confident on this pattern if the DXY does continue to push towards the upside. Now, the DXY, this market opens in around 8 hours and 30 minutes. So we'll see what happens to the DXY when it comes to that. But yeah, looking at Ethereum quickly, exactly the same. We got that rising wedge that's turned into this falling wedge, and that's broken towards the upside. But we haven't seen that move yet. And as I said, if we see the DXY continue to push towards the upside, we will get a fake out most likely on these falling wedges, and we will see those lower price targets of 19,000, and then we can have that decision, or Bitcoin can have that decision whether it wants to hold 19,000 or break 19,000. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned to our channel, because we will be updating you with all of this stuff. And yeah, looking at this is not looking good. This S&P 500 chart as well. So yeah, any opinions on ADA? I can have a quick look. Let me see. I haven't actually done any TA on altcoins recently, because if we do see the DXY continue to push and we see Bitcoin continue to drop, then we are going to see a lot of pain within the altcoin space. So yeah, I'm sort of staying away from that. There it is. Let's have a look. So what time frame? Go on the 12-hour. Let's have a look at the 12-hour then. So there's actually some nice support coming in. Let me just draw that support level. Bosch support. There we go. So bringing that chart up for you here, we can see that we do have some nice support that has actually held the price up at this support level, this blue support level here. You can see nice support, major support back here, major support here as well. So it's a major support level. This is probably sort of the same level as the $19,000 level for Bitcoin. If we do break this, then we'll probably see a lot of pain. And if we break this, Bitcoin is most likely breaking that $19,000 level. So what we can see here is we had this support level, we broke towards the downside, that pushed the price down to this support level. The support level is holding it up right now and is pushing it up. The next level that we can look at is this resistance level here. You can see we've used it as resistance. When we broke above it, we used it as support before breaking back down. So that's a potential level that we could see Cardano come up to. That's 0.54 level. But for me, I would just be staying away from altcoins until we have that sort of confirmed bounce off of that $19,000 level. We want a confirmed bounce off that $19,000 level to make me confident that we could see the price come at least back up to 25,000. But if we break 19,000, the altcoins are going to have a massive, massive hit if Bitcoin comes down to 12,000. So for me, right now, it's not logical to be getting into altcoins unless we have that confirmed bottom. But if we do break 19,000, I would be dollar cost averaging in lightly to altcoins, and then heavily dollar cost averaging into altcoins when we got closer, if we got closer to that $12,000 level. That's what I'll be looking at, because I'd be looking at the $12,000 level being that bottom if we were to break 19,000 and we did come down to 12,000. I wouldn't expect much lower at all. I would expect maybe a wick down to 10,000. That's a possibility, but I think it would get bought up very, very quickly. Ben has showed this amazingly as well. There's a lot of buy orders down by big institutions. There's a lot of buy orders going all the way down to 10,000, and then it just stops. So I think the price would get bought up at 10,000, wick back up to 12,000, and then hopefully find support there. But yeah, as I said, it's not confirmed we're going to 12,000 yet, because we're still holding that $19,000 level. But for altcoins, for me, I'm just staying away until I get some more confirmation of where the price is going. We can actually look at the dominance quickly as well. So looking at the dominance, we are at this major support level. What we tend to see is when we're down at the support, we do actually bounce and we go back up to the resistance. You can see it's happened 3 times. I told you all the way back here on the 6th of June that if we got a rejection from this resistance here, we were going to come down to the support. That's exactly what's happened. Now I'm anticipating that if we hold support here and we get a bounce, then I'm anticipating the percent to come back up to around 47%. The dominance come back up to around 47%. And if that were to happen, the price of Bitcoin would also most likely break that $19,000 level. And if we were to come up here, we would most likely see the price coming down to 12,000. That's sort of the logical thing that I could see happening, because obviously if Bitcoin goes down to 12,000, the altcoins are going to get hit a lot harder, bringing that dominance back up to this resistance. And I've told you before, I'm not expecting us to stay within this support and resistance level for forever. I do think we are eventually going to break this support level. In sometime in the future, we will break this support level, and that's when we can get into altcoins very, very, very heavily, because we will most likely see a massive altcoin season. So, yeah, looking out for that as well. But I don't expect that to happen. Yes, it could break the support. I'm not sure what would happen there. We'd have to see if it came to that. But yeah, the only logical reason I could see is if Bitcoin finds a bottom at the $19,000 level, we break this support level, the price of Bitcoin goes up, and then the altcoins have that massive altcoin season. But yeah, for now, I do think if we do break $19,000, we are going to hold support here and then come back up to the resistance, because altcoins are going to get hit massively if we break $19,000 level. Yeah, another 15,000. Why confirmed for the site? Thanks. Forming is real and legal. Not too sure what that is. I think that's just a bot. Okay, yeah. That's everything I've got for you today. Went on a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but yeah, hopefully that gave you a good information and really helped you out and gave you an understanding of what could potentially happen. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure you smash that like button. I do really appreciate it. It does really help me out as well. And yeah, I can continue bringing you this content. So make sure you smash that like button, and I will see you tomorrow for the normal daily live stream with Ben as well. So stay tuned for that as well. Make sure you smash that like button. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.